Let me ask you something. When was the last time you watched a great movie like Interstellar, Oppenheimer, or cartoon Soul? Something that made you feel alive. And you walked out thinking, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to build something real, or become something, or I'm going to stop wasting time. And then 3 days later, nothing changes. You went back to the same routine, the same scrolling and the same excuses, the same version of yourself. Most people blame themselves for that. I'm lazy, I have no discipline, I'm not built for greatness. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the movies you love, the ones that inspire you most, are also the ones that are programming you to stay small? So stay with me because this one goes deep. I grew up on movies, and for a long time, especially during my darkest years, movies were my escape. When I was deep in addiction, when reality felt unbearable, I would disappear into films for hours. Interstellar, a man sacrificing everything for the thing that is bigger than himself. Inception, a genius bending reality through sheer willpower. Oppenheimer, a mind so powerful that it changed the course of history. And I would sit there completely absorbed, feeling the rush of inspiration. This is how life should feel like. This is who I could be. But here's what I didn't understand there. I was using inspiration as a substitute for action. The feeling of watching that Cooper pilot this spacecraft,
I'm coming back.
It gave me emotional experience of ambition without requiring me to do anything. The feeling of watching Oppenheimer.
We're in a race against the Nazis.
Carry the weight of his genius. It gave me a sensation of purpose without me having to build something real. I was getting high on other people's stories. And I don't think I'm alone in that. I think millions of people do the exact same thing for years and calling it motivation. Here's what nobody talks about when it comes to self-improvement and storytelling. Hollywood doesn't show you the process. Hollywood shows you the transformation. Think about every great film you've seen. In Interstellar, we see Cooper's mission, his sacrifice, the wormhole, his Tesseract. What we don't see, the 10,000 hours of training, the paperwork, the days of nothing happening. In Inception, we see Cobb assembling a team of geniuses, pulling off the impossible. What we don't see, the years of failed attempts, the boring meetings, the self-doubt at 3 a.m. In Oppenheimer, we see mind that seems almost supernatural at its brilliance. What we don't see, the slow grinding and years of studying. The decades of quiet work before the breakthrough. Hollywood compresses years, sometimes entire lifetimes, in 2 hours of peak moments. And your brain watched that and unconsciously starts to believe that transformation is supposed to be like that. Dramatic, fast, cinematic. And then you sit down to work on your real life. Your YouTube channel, your business, your health, and it feels nothing like that. It feels slow, boring, uncertain, no dramatic music, no montage, no clear sign that you are on the right path. So your brain sends you a signal. This isn't working, this isn't it, maybe I'm not meant for this. And you stop. Not because you failed, but because reality didn't match the emotional template Hollywood. Now here when it gets more interesting. Remember the movie Saul?
Okay, look, I already know everything about Earth, and I don't want anything to do with it.
Saul seems like the most anti-Hollywood movie ever. It literally argues that obsession with your purpose can make you miss your actual life. That the small moments, the leaf falling, a meal shared, a sunlight through your window. That's what living actually is. Beautiful moments, and I loved that film. But here's the irony. Saul delivers that message in the most cinematic, emotionally overwhelming way possible. So you watch it, you cry, you feel it deeply. You think, oh yes, I need to slow down, I need to appreciate life. And then the credits roll, the music ended, and you go back to doom scrolling, because the feeling of the lesson replaced the living the lesson. This is the core problem. Hollywood gives you the feeling of transformation without transformation actually happening. It's not malicious, it's not conspiracy, it's just what stories do. But when you consume them passively, without awareness, they slowly replace your real ambition with the feeling of ambition. And feelings without action are actually an expensive daydream. There is a psychological concept called narrative transportation. When you are deeply absorbed in a story, a film, a book or a series, your brain partially loses the distinction between what's happening on the screen and what's happening in your real life. You feel Cooper's grief as your grief. You feel Oppenheimer's burden as your burden. You feel triumph of the hero as it was your triumph. And here's the key. The emotional release, the catharsis, actually reduces your drive to search for the real thing. Your nervous system got a version of the experience. It doesn't know that it wasn't real. It just knows the emotional need just met. This is why you can watch a documentary about climbing Everest and feel both inspired and somehow more comfortable sitting in your couch. The inspiration and the comfort happen simultaneously, and comfort usually wins. Now add to this social media. Every day you consuming highlight reels, other people peak moments, the breakthroughs, their transformation. It's a Hollywood logic applied to real life. Compression, drama, only the best shot. And again, your brain watches and get emotionally hit and mistakes the feeling of inspiration for the doing of the work. I did it for years. I consumed so much content about transformation while my real life stays exactly the same. The watching feels like progress. It wasn't. So, am I telling you to stop watching great films? No, that's not the point. Interstellar is still the most profound things I ever experienced. Soul genuinely changed how I feel about meaning. The point is to change your relationship with inspiration. Here's what actually helped me. Separate the feeling from the decision. After you watch something that moves you, don't act immediately. Sit with it. Let the emotions settle. Then ask yourself, what specifically do I want to do differently starting tomorrow morning? Not I want to be great, but I will write for 30 minutes before I open my phone. Specificity kills the fantasy, and that's a good thing. Notice when you are using inspiration as a procrastination. There is a version of self-improvement content consumption that's just a procrastination wearing a costume. If you watch 3 videos about discipline today and written nothing, built nothing, you weren't getting inspired, you were hiding. I know this because I did it constantly. The moment I stopped consuming inspiration and started tolerating the boredom of real work, everything started to move. Third, build your own story constantly. Here's what Hollywood gets right. Every great story has a protagonist who acts against fear, despite uncertainty, despite feeling not ready. You are the protagonist of your own life. But unlike a movie, nobody will give you a dramatic moment that forces you into action. You have to choose it. Quietly, without music, without anyone watching. This part Hollywood never shows, and it's only part that actually matters. I still watch films. I didn't feel the urge to become Cooper. Last time I watched Interstellar, I didn't feel the urge to become another Cooper. I felt something quieter. Gratitude that I'm building something real. Even if it's slow, even if it's nobody watching yet, even if there is no dramatic music while I'm doing this. But here's the truth about real transformation, the kind I lived through. It doesn't look like a movie. It looks like waking up when you don't want to.
I see it now. The path is clear. No longer a mystery, just execution.
It looks like doing the work when you have no idea if it's working. It's like choosing your path again and again, like I'm choosing YouTube in the most ordinary and cinematic moments of your life. That's not flaw in your story. That's what actually real story looks like. Hollywood told you to wait for a moment that feels worthy of the hero you want to become. I'm telling you, stop waiting for that moment. You are already in it. If this hits something in you, drop a comment with the film that inspired you the most. Subscribe if you want to keep going deeper and press like. So let's rise together and have a good flight, fam.